So I'm going to pick this up right now. Again, we're going to come back to here. I want you to come up here where we just finished this, and I'm going to do another structure with you. The next structure, I'm going to do a for loop. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the stop right here. This is the same file. Close your output file in this thing. And I'm going to actually come over here and edit this. Again, we're going to do the same thing as what we did for the if-else structures with this thing. So come down here, and I would like for you to, instead of keeping it as a segment, as extending, all you have to do is just take out, come up to the end of your if-else statement, your asterisk, and your forward slash and your asterisk. You can cut that out, extending that and covering it at the bottom of this thing, and just paste that down here. Remove your breakpoints on that, and that way it hides this entire segment that we just looked at. Cool? Alright? So come down here and place your cursor to the right of that. We're going to I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to add in my for loop right now, and for you to see. So let's take a pause right now. I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to pause the segment right now. Wait. So I want to pick up where we left off. Again, I just extended that comment. So the first part we do is the if-else. That's been copied out, masked out with it. The second one is the while loop. I just masked that one out with it. The third part for this is I just put in a new part. So you're welcome to stop right here, pause my screen right now with it, input this set of code. This is the new set of code with it. If you want to pause, this is a good place to pause and do exactly what I just have right here with it. Okay. Now, once you do that, again, just do Control F5 with it, bill it like you would, making sure there's no syntax errors. That's what you're looking at with it, and you should get something like this, right? Something you like whatever I have, just to talk to you a little bit about. It should be having no syntax errors. Is my point with it. Now, the for loop is equivalent to, this is your initialization, right? Separated by a semicolon is the syntax. This is the test expression separated by your semicolon for this as well. And the third part is your update. So this could be increment, it could be decrement. Again, I don't have to use the left and right curly brackets, but for one statement I choose to, so it just picks it up a lot better with it. So you're welcome to use that curly. If you have more than one statement, you need to use the left and right curly brackets for the same. So the output is if I is equal to 0, which I declare this at this time as an int, I is an int, I put 0 in here, 0 is less than 10, which is true. I enter the bracket, I output 1 asterisk, and the end line, I come up here, I go in and I update my I as 1, adding 1 to it, right? We talked about what I++ is I plus 1 updates the I. So this particular statement, if I really want to look at it, for those of you who are not familiar, so it looks like this. This is all, that's all you're doing with it as well. So this is the same thing as the update statement with it. And it updates until it gets to 9. What happens when it gets to 9? 9 gets into it. If you look at, I hover over this thing, and it gives me an expression as I is an int, and 9 add 1 to it becomes 10. 10 is less than 10 is false, and it exits the structures and exits it out with it. So we're going to actually look at this. So I would like for you to put in some stops in this thing. I want to put in a stop at 44, and I'm going to put in a stop at 46 at this time. Make sure you put in the breakpoints in this thing. Now come back up to your Windows Explorer, and I'd like for you to bill it, and it looks like this right now with it, right? And I'm going to, I want to bump this thing to the left, and I want to see if I can actually have a for loop for you to see what actually takes place in this for loops in this time with it. If you look at right now, the yellow arrow points to the for structure right now, right? And I'd like for you to step through, again, step over is what I should say, step over at this time. So I is 0, less than 10, and you notice how I went in, it outputs the first because it's 0 is less than 10 is true. And then it steps into that left after it executes the, I purposely put in that right curly brackets for you to see, and it goes back in, and I want you to see at the bottom here in the auto, I is 0. still, right? And then you come back up to this thing, you hit one more, and I now is 1 because of this incrementation. Adding 1 to the I updates the I to 1, right? And you do it again, and you see how I has changed. It's still 1 right now with my right curly bracket. So if I hit the next one, I goes back up to this thing, and I want you to see that I is 1, but look at how many asterisks has been kicking out. There's 2. You see that? So, and then you do I again. I now changes to 2, but look at now, look, once I go to the right brackets, it's going to kick up 3 asterisks because it finishes that. You see? Now there's a part here that you have to see, because I is post-incremented. Very important to see. Because what's the difference between a post-increment and a pre-increment? Alright, I'm going to have you see this in a second here with it as well. So post-increment means I is whatever the value, and then it changes to it. Versus what's pre-incremented is it changes in the memory before you're going to see the output. Okay, so take a look at, I'm going to continue to do a step over, and you're going to see, and this is what I really want you to do. Take a screenshot of this. This is what I need to see, is the screenshot of this, both of these things. So control, print screen, whatever it is, paste this into your lab with it as well. Okay, so I'm going to step through and just let you see that each one of these things is going to kick out is the I, and this is, it should kick out 10 asterisks from 0 to 9. And you see the value is 6 in this. I'm going to click on until you get to 9. Okay, here's 9. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Sorry, count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. All right. I'm going to click on step over, and it's going to kick up my last one. Okay, so it should have 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you notice it goes outside of my what? Because it exits the loop right now with it. Because it's 10, because it's false, because 10 is less than 10 is false. And then I actually click on one more, and it takes me, of course, exit out to my INL file with this. In this case, close out of that, and it'll take you back to here with it. Now, this is what I don't care to, but I want you to see the step through and take the screenshot of that. That's where I want you to do with this thing. Okay.